Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? Now, since the beginning of Warframe, one ninja has, in the eyes of all Tenno, except Loki fanboys, been one of our best damage dealing Warframes, the true ninja. Originally called Ninja and then called Smoke, this of course is Ash, or Ash as he is now, after the changes to his Bladestorm ability. So nearly 5 years ago I made a video called Ash or Loki, who is the real ninja. It was one of my first Warframe videos, so don't hold it against me, and whenever I need a giggle I go back and I read the comment section of that video. It just cheers me the fuck up. So I'm just going to quickly read a few comments from that video because there was a lot of fanboying going on and a lot of arguing between different people. So here goes, okay? Ash is a ninja, Loki is a trickster. Probably true. Ash, just Ash. His original name was Ninja after all. Do Asian man versus tentacle face. I mean, what the fuck? Wow, Warframe is old. Loki is made for skilled, advanced and creative players. I don't even know how to begin with that. Ash has larger health, but doesn't matter. A true ninja takes no hits. Ash is overrated. Who cares? Limbo Master Race. Ash is a ninja, hands down. Loki is a god. No, he's the Warframe for people that want a easy mode for the game Warframe. Loki is pretty much for scrubs. Ash is for people that watch a lot of anime and listen to insanely loud rock music. I mean, way to categorise fucking players of Ash. On Warframe, Ash is batter. Wouldn't Ivara be the thief because when you use Prowl or are close to an enemy, it takes loot from them? We're talking about men, don't bring tottery into this. Ivara as a female does not compare to Ash or Loki. Wow dude, I'm just moving on from that one. Why do comment on my nonsense comment? This makes nonsense! What the fuck? Listen here, okay? I know more about original ninja culture than you. Like how they used cats as clocks and always slept on their left to protect their hearts. How did they use a cat as a clock? Did they hang that fucker from the wall and have him just swinging over and back? I mean, and please, for those of you who want to argue, I have been in a real museum of ancient martial arts in Japan, so I know what I talk about. So please, if you argue, go visit there, prove the museum guys wrong too, and then I buy you a burger meal for your stubbornness. I have visited a museum about ancient martial arts, thus I know everything. This fucking guy. Honestly, there is so many of these comments on that video, they really give me a giggle. I do love you guys, I really do. There was a comment from a guy talking about being a ninpo teacher who went into great detail about how his grandfather was a ninja, or his great-great-grandfather, but I can't find that comment. I think the guy might have deleted it because he was getting a lot of blowback and a lot of comments throughout the last 4 years of people constantly berating him for knowing ninpo. And there's a lot of other comments of Loki players and Ash players, of course, back and forth trying to prove who is the best, and people talking about how they know more about the true ninja culture than the person who has commented before them. Now, if you want to read some of those comments, then I will leave the link to that really old video in this video's description. Now, my voice is really shitty in it, the audio is really bad, and the video looks really old as well, so please don't hold that against me. Now, back to Ash. So Ash no longer gets locked into the animation of Bladestorm, and instead his clones will do the work for him, while you're free to run around and cast other abilities and of course shoot your enemies in the face. You can of course jump into the mix if you want to, into that animation if you miss it, by casting teleport on a Bladestorm marked enemies. That is entirely up to you, it won't cost any extra energy. Now this will make you invulnerable as well while you jump into it. If your Ash is taking too much damage, you could use that as an option or a get out of jail free card by jumping into the Bladestorm, take no damage and then jump back out of it when everything is dead. Now these changes may not sound like such a big deal, but a lot of players didn't like Bladestorm because of that screen swapping animation and getting locked in for the duration of the ability as well, where rescue targets could get killed or defense pods could get nuked while you're sitting in Bladestorm. But now you're free to run around and kill any enemies that may cause an actual threat to you, while keeping up that serious damage output. Now he is a Warframe with a very high survivability. He can choose to stealth in order to remove all incoming damage or incoming threats if he wants to, and he can clear large amounts of enemies with ease with his abilities. Not to mention his augments and how you can build really powerful setups around them with his Fatal Teleport build and of course his Seeking Shuriken as well. Now my go-to Ashe build was Seeking Shuriken because I didn't really like that Blade Storm animation, but I know some of you really did like that animation, so this of course was just a personal choice from me. But here's the thing about his Blade Storm, it already ignores armor, so you don't really need to be stripping armor for it. Those Blade Storm bleeds give zero fucks about how much armor that target has. And those bleeds will tick 10 different times and they tick for a lot of damage, so be very surprised if a target actually survives that Blade Storm attack. Now if you like running melee only builds or melee only Warframes, then Ashe is definitely a frame that you should have on your radar if you don't already. His Blade Storm strikes will increase your melee combo counter. Its damage is also increased by your combo counter's multiplier. Speed mods will increase the clone's attack speed as well, so Fury, Primed Fury and Gladiator Vice, but of course Berserker doesn't. So because of how it scales your combo counter up and how its damage scales because of it, bringing a melee weapon like the Venka Prime who has a faster build up time for that combo multiplier is definitely an ideal option. Your clones will also proc Arcane Trickery a lot, leaving you stealthed a lot of the time as well. Marking enemies also costs a lot less energy while your Ashe is stealthed, so Arcane Trickery will have you stealthed, 12 energy per mark when you're unstealthed, and it will only cost you 6 energy per mark when you're invisible. Now I have 3 different builds on my Ashe. I have a Seeking Shuriken build, a Fatal Teleport build, and I now have a Blade Storm build as well, whereas I didn't have that before. I was strictly running him as a Seeking Shuriken Ashe. Now right now, I would honestly say that Ashe is easily one of the best Warframes we have in the game with these changes. On top of the damage that he already throws out, he is incredibly good. Now let me know in the comment section below whether you teach Ninbo or go to martial arts museums and how much you know about ninja lore. Limbo Master Race can kiss my arse. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, remember I have visited a museum about ancient martial arts.